Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden. Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home. That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardamex.
Right, which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
Don't forget, Paimon, I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers. door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
But can't we just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid. Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marashose Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, Chevros.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you, Officer Shavras.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case from before?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Shavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess, I was the killer.
Huh?
He just admitted he's guilty!
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge. I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin, an irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
So you're you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Please stay safe, Shavras.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
So that's how it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. I know that would be impossible. No. What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
Real quick. Oh my gosh. I had a feeling he was leading up to that part. Also, thank you for whoever came in. We're just doing kind of a quiet stream because I wore myself out over the holidays. But I wanted to stream since I wanted to do the last parts of the hang on a second. Alright, hello, I'm back. Sorry, I got a phone call. Um, just doing Genshin, um, event, as you can see, and just going through it a little bit. So, as I was saying, I kind of wore myself out for the holidays, so just doing kind of a quiet, relaxed type of stream today. So, alright, let us continue.
Oh, Shivra sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway? Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her? Oh, you do have a point. Still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be? And why the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Chevres?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up. I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't see me on set.
All right, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Just as a quick pause, she she is keeping secrets from us, but still needs our help. I'm like, uh-oh. So we're just gonna hop over the next day because I think all of it's open now. Yeah, I can do it. I just have to finish this part. Where shall the gun barrel of justice point? Who shall the bullet strike? Keep going.
We haven't seen Chevra since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
These are really pretty. I'm kind of shocked that it was the novelist because I'm like, oh come on, that's too easy. You know? My gosh. They just keep around the corner and they're like, oh, and the treasure hoarders spawned.
Another test subject. Solidify! Mind the side effects.
Shower me with take this!
Fell in the wash bin. Or the wash tub, I guess. Yeah, Farina is a really good unit. I mean, her healing, I think you need to have like more constellations of her for her healing to spread throughout the whole team. But her some using her elemental skill kind of gives us the whole point of like, oh, now you have 3 other Hydra characters on your team, which are good for reactions and stuff like that. And then also, she can walk on water, so that also helps. It also helps too that she's walking on water, not just in Fontaine, but in across Teyvat, which really helps. If she had been stuck to only Teyvat, then I kind of or not. If she'd been stuck to only Fontaine, she wouldn't be as useful. It'd be kind of the same thing as like Nahida and her mind reading. She can only read the minds of Sumerians. She can't read like Liyue or Mondstadt or anything. So it kind of puts a limit on her capabilities in that sense. But she can use her E-skill to pick stuff in no matter what the country. So that works. Or no matter what the region. So that works too.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Is Shevra still not joining us today?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either. Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
Nice, she'll be an extra.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Of course.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands. But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the Two Musketeers.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
I was thinking kind of the same thing. It's like this had to come out now.
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
Also, too, it's like the attention is because the novelist murdered somebody. It's not exactly positive attention.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
That's true.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has, sunk to an all-time low?
Oh, gee.
Spread to the four corners of Teyvat!
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
I trust this guy.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
Oh, the guy that pulled out, huh?
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it.
Probably she doesn't know know the situation, so it could have been this guy's fault for all we know.
The good news is that we're almost done filming now, and I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Being optimistic, though, Yomi is good at that, so I can get behind that part.
Is that so? I see. That's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get this show on the road.
This is just haven't seen any spoilers, so I don't know. But just think, Mr. Morris is like the dad or something. That he pulled back his funds not because he didn't have it, but because he decided, maybe it's not a good idea to do this film, especially after my son now has clues on what I did and assassinated the assassin I sent and so on.
We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film.
B-roll.
Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
Oh, well, at least he's still in the film.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute. Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yes.
Let's be ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter?
Mm-mm.
Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before? Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Action!
Uh-oh. Wonder if something nearby is affecting the camera.
Don't tell me. This one is broken too? Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away! Oh, and you too, Bono! Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set!
On it.
Hey, calm down, Verena.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It's like people running. His first reaction is my sister okay? What's going on?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
Uh-oh.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
I wonder if it's sabotage.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Oh.
Director, we have a problem.
Uh-oh. Cut!
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
Everything was going so smoothly. It's like, yep, nope, not today. The bad luck's hitting you all at once.
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
Uh-oh. I had a feeling it was sabotage.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
That is a problem.
Mr. Bonneau, please take me to where the film was kept right away. I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bonneau to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
Also, like I said, very suspicious they started happening right after we met Mr. Morris, and he didn't seem too thrilled that the film was still going ahead.
We're back. How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Oh my gosh.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
Uh-oh. The thing is, what's neat about Farina is that she doesn't have a split personality or anything, but you can tell that she's kind of balancing between the two personalities that she has naturally and the one that she kind of cultivated over 500 years. You know, that she's still kind of the, yes, I'm Farina, and the Archon type of vibe. And then she gets moments like this where she's like, is the film still okay? Like, oh my gosh. So totally understandable, of course, but I just think it's very neat how they are able to balance between, or they're balancing between the two instead of just being like, oh yeah, they completely threw out her Archon personality basically and just went to her, more meeker personality. So
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
oh boy.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Oh, poor Farina. Oh my gosh, she just needs a giant hug and someone to hold her hand for a while because she's... Oh gosh, I could just imagine how stressed out she was during the trial scene when we were all having charging her with not being the actual Archon and stuff, and her freaking out about, no one can know that she's not the real Archon, or she won't be able to save or they won't be able to save everyone, and everybody crowding around her and pushing and pushing. I mean, she broke down into tears, and I do not blame her. That was really utterly stressful.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
And he's standing right there.
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
Glad the film wasn't wrecked.
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
Woohoo!
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication
just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much. I just...
Aww.
All right. Let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Nice party.
Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film. Let's go chat with someone. Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
Put that in a quick swap. Here you go.
This is turning out to be quite the party.
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, could I ask the two of you to stay and be a part of my crew? Of course, I'll definitely increase the pay for next time.
Hmm.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. Xavier.
Ah, he's actually getting his own film team now.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier. But I've made some plans to go on a journey to the other nations once the festival is over.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique. Please feel free to get in touch once you've returned to Fontaine.
Be careful. I like this table. Oh, they got Genius Invocation TCG on the table.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Nice.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe
long as the novels are sufficiently interesting, I don't think she'll mind.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Ayato's so cute. I also it's interesting that they're playing this part in this event, because I do remember when Ayato was coming out, a lot of people were like expecting him to be more in like a kimono type, and somebody mentioned that the type of outfit he's wearing right now the is the design somewhat of what was happening when Japan finally opened up its borders in the real world and started having a little bit more Western influence and things. So that's what his like outfit is based off of. So the fact that they're doing this right after Inazuma kind of opened its borders again, it makes sense. It's a very historically correct situation. Not perfect, of course. It's a game, but the general idea.
Whoa! Paimon's getting super excited now!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
No problem. I kind of wonder if this is like a whatchamacallit, uh, foreshadowing for like the next event or something. Not right now, but like in the future. That'd be kind of cool.
I wish we could have spent some more time here.
Don't worry. It won't be long before we're back again.
Like these little stars hanging off of the dessert table. Honestly, I like the dessert table. Something about seeing foods like this, they're just so cute. Like watching or seeing anime food. I mean, I guess it is, but like this is 3D or CGI anime food. Really, I think before I talk to Farina and everybody starts probably moving. This cake has few calories. It's empty. I really like how it's rendered though. It's you can even tell like the lemon slices, I think. We have even got some Fanta.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You both worked really hard. Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
Poor Farina.
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is that we wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that will take first prize.
You mean the Farina Award?
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
She's so embarrassed. It's kind of funny because like she keeps mentioning about how I'm not the Archon anymore. There's no Hydra Archon anymore. Yeah, no Archon and stuff like that. Then she starts reminding me of Zhongli, where he's like, "Oh, there's no Geo Archon anymore. I'm not the Geo Archon," and it's like, well, we still kind of view you as the Archon, even though you officially kind of retired and gave up the position. Um, considering that neither Zhongli nor Farina chose another Archon, or I guess for Farina's situation, it makes sense because of the fact that Nivolette, um, has was given back his authority. So if anything, it's like, yeah, there's no Hydro Archon, but there's a Hydro Dragon as it was before the Archons existed. So it's like the idea of, if let's say you had an emperor and then the emperor got kicked out and it was and then the country started being ruled by kings, um but then eventually the king line ended and the emperor returned, or emperors returned, and now went back to being an empire, type of idea. With Zhongli's Ho, it's kind of weird because like he retired, but he didn't really pick anybody else. So, although I guess that would require giving the gnosis. Well, can't even say it would require giving the gnosis to anybody because, like for example, Nahida went and she gave both of the gnosis. It's like you don't need the gnosis to be the Archon. It just is a power booster. So, it's kind of interesting. But anyway.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
It also would be kind of weird if she was accepting of a statue of herself.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
That would be weird.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
She's so shy. Wow, look at that soup. That's a lot of soup. Or stew, I guess it would be.
What kind of dessert should I try next?
I like these little stars hanging from the doodad there. Very cute. Awning. Yes. Oh. Also, thank you, person who oh, fine. Person who was here. See you later.
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Hmm.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Yeah, no, we run into problems.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
But why today of all days?
She's got the same idea I do.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? That's, truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
Yeah, this guy's acting shifty.
I just wanted to make this surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
And she makes awesome fireworks, so that is a definite truth.
But
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
all right.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Barrier. Also, too, what did he talk about? Like, oh, it's such a long way. It's like right up the hill.
It's dark in here.
Oh.
Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
I knew it.
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant, the one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake. It has to be. There's no way.
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Ah. I knew it. Uh-oh. Look out.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique.
Wow.
Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Ah, so she was probably the one messing around with the film.
This wasn't in the script.
Okay, she's fine. It's like, it is kill. It's like, don't kill her. Don't kill Yomiya.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Yeah, because she said children under the floorboards. So Veronique and the Baptiste guy are brother and sister.
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
Jeffrey's was pretty good at blocking that bullet, too. Woo.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the Second Musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there.
Boy, she is tough.
With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
That's not exactly, that weird of a request. Especially if it was the whole, oh, your family will kick you out. It's like, well, that means that they don't care about you, and she did. So you guys could have just gone off and started your family together. But this guy decided to be a jerk about it.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby.
She, a horrible person.
But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No, you always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
Yep. And it's kind of interesting, too, because he originally wrote the story as a brother and sister, and they were brother and sister.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I kind of figured he was trying to cover for somebody else. It seemed to come out too soon.
I figured as much.
You did?
I once these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him? He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
Also, too, is like you said, or like she said, she was like planning on traveling, meaning she was getting out of Dodge. Basically, after she would kill him, she would disappear.
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Yeah, because he didn't want the film to be made, so...
Human scum.
Yep, agree with you right there.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well.
I was like, where's the rest of the squad? Weren't they supposed to come in?
Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew.
Ah, so that's where those were.
With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated, an eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you.
Yeah, because they did say he got married.
The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society.
Yep.
Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Maripede.
She's gonna pull some strings.
Chevros, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Oh, there they are. And they only brought 2 people?
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
Okay.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Yeah, if they both get put in the fortress of Maripede, you know exactly who she's going for.
Chevros.
One problem with having only one giant jail.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
That was a pretty good cutscene, too.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevros?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Maripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Yeah, that's a kind of a bad idea. You're gonna put them all in there, and they're gonna maul Morris.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevros. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right, count me in.
I wasn't originally going to roll for her because I have both A and Yoimiya, and I wasn't necessarily going for them. But I might drop a 10 roll, and also I'm trying to save for Arselenio, but I might drop a 10 roll or so on the banner just to see if I get her. Rolling for 4 stars is iffy because there's no guarantee that you're going to get all of the 4 stars. Like, you could like roll and get 1 4-star, 5-6 times before you actually even get the one you want.
Then I'll wait for you over
head clear in time.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Got to go over there and have a tea, and poor Xavier just being like,
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
I would have done the same as you. I would have helped him get his revenge. I don't know.
When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision.
She's actually, it's like, you're dead. sounds kind of dangerous. Like, he actually was gonna let his daughter drown.
One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in.
Oh, and give her hypothermia.
I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
What?
That sounds awful.
It does. You sure he wasn't abusive?
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water.
Oh, that's not good.
The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage.
Understandable.
I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there.
That is a horrible way to teach your child that lesson, though.
I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I mean, not feeling fear or being afraid. Okay, I get it. I get it. She's tough, but not crying ever again. Like, she must have a lot of bent up emotions in there.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Shivers.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
Yeah, now we won't. Alright, sure.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
We actually are going to have the swimming contest.
good.
I like how you went to trial too, so you like just use Farina and just walk across the water. Like no, that's cheating.
You were so fast in the water, Chevron. You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the special patrol, did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more. To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Yeah, I figured we were cooling our heads there. Welcome.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look!
What?
The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now. Even though it's a bit late, I must thank you for investigating this case with me. Not on behalf of the Special Patrol this time. It's a personal expression of gratitude from yours truly.
Oh.
Oh, you want to hear more about my father? To be honest, I didn't spend that much time with him. He was always busy with the Special Patrol, so he would often return home really late at night. Some nights, he didn't come home at all. Once, he didn't come home for a long time, maybe a whole week or so. When I went out to buy food, I learned that he had become a criminal, and by extension, that made me a criminal's daughter.
Oh my gosh. Geez, her backstory just keeps getting worse.
But we can talk about that another day.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of info. No wonder he was such a jerk.
I actually have a lot of sympathy for Veronique and Baptiste. I can understand the hatred they feel for their father. But that doesn't mean I'll allow them to walk the path of evil, even if it might lead to another sense of justice.
Yeah, like she said, the cycle of revenge would start. I mean, even if Morris didn't have kids or anything, it still would be like his friends, the friends of the assassin, so on and so forth. So
Films are different from the real world. They're a form of art and represent the wishes in people's hearts. I adore the Two Musketeers, and I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to act the role as one. I can't wait to catch the film when it premieres in the Opera House. I'm looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction to the climactic ending.
me too.
Thank you for looking out for me. I'll see you at the award ceremony. I'd be very surprised if we don't win.
These are really pretty. We can't pick them though. These are like whole bushes though. You know, the ones that you pick in the wild is just like, okay, one random rose. These roses are also very big. But, alright, so it says wait until 2 days later. And actually, I will be right back. I have to go put some stuff in the oven for dinner. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I wanted to get some cookies. I had to fight the container. Alright. So we gotta wait 2 days, right? Here we go, we're gonna wrap it all up. Oh, they just skipped completely over it.
Hey there, you two! Sorry I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
The award ceremony is today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Farina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were already here. You're earlier than everyone else.
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our chances by celebrating early.
Just open your eyes! Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but critical acclaim. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings?
They liked it that much? Wow.
With the mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
That was cool.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
I find this that request kind of funny because before this whole thing was like, oh, the Fortress of Meripede is very hard to get into, and it basically is its own realm, and even people like Nivulette and Farina can't just walk in there. And now it's just like, oh, you've been there before. Could you please go run an errand for me?
Huh? But shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles, after all.
Oh.
I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yep, just wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
Don't let Paimon in on the naming it.
Will we really win an award?
Trust me, when have I ever been wrong about something like this?
All right. Teleport. We don't need a pin. I like the little how they changed the oh, whatchamacallit, the little quest diamond to a door whenever you had to go into the door, instead of just being like, oh, you just have to stand here. I don't technically need it, but I think it's a neat additive. Yes, please go inside.
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
Yeah, it's like give him a heads up because this is a mess.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
So,
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition needs.
and also probably be so grossed out you might not be able to swallow it whole. Because unfortunately, while her food is very nutritious, she is also a Melusine and doesn't quite understand human taste because it tastes fine to her. So that ends up being a little bit of a problem.
Were you talking about work just now?
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
Yeah, what's going on?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the Fortress of Meripede.
Uh oh. They're gonna make everybody start harassing the guy.
While another two people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Oh. Well, that will, I guess, definitely, help those two out.
Speaking of heroes, did you two need something from me?
Oh, thank you, remembered.
Actually, we're here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right? Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy Fontanalia Festival!
And the same to you. Please, go and enjoy the festival.
It's funny, I think, yeah, I can't really see. Yeah, he does have a look up animation, basically. Because I've heard that he's very tall. So. Alright. So the two, they're going to be hailed as heroes in this new world, and or in the fortress, which is basically in a world of itself. And so they'll get more respect while Forrest gets kicked around. I like that poster. That is neat. I was say if we don't win, that's gonna be kind of an upset. Woo!
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
Oh, he looks so happy. He's worked really hard too. We met him back in Inazuma, and he's been constantly trying to, make good films. I'm glad he finally succeeded.
We won? I can't believe it! I really can't thank all of you enough!
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of The Two Musketeers, Mr. Xavier!
Woo!
Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special thanks to...
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
It's kind of funny if you do this. Or like, since the whole event is open, you could technically do it in like one whole sitting, and so it would kind of technically only be yesterday since they were holding a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course. I'm very fond of this city. There are so many novel and interesting things that it's been hard to keep track of them all.
Aw. Friendship is blossoming.
But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
Oh.
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
That's an interesting camera shift there.
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
Why do I have a feeling they're speaking in code?
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yeah, they're definitely speaking in code.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
Woo, that's a good name. I had a feeling he was gonna pick something to do with the whatchamacallit. He would pick something to do with the movie.
That has a really nice ring to it.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Considering we are most of the crowd.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
Oh, there you go, Farina holding the Farina Award with a Farina statue.
No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
She's so shy.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I agree.
Can't think of anyone better for the honor, considering it's literally a statue just made to look like you. Oh,
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
poor Farina.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1. Musketeer Pictures!
like that. That is so nice. Please do continue. Oh, there you go. Good. I'm glad we got the commemorative photo. We also got the film poster.
Miss Yoimiya, we haven't had the chance to talk, but please accept my thanks for everything you've done over the past few days.
Oh, but I feel like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
I'm very grateful for your assistance during that special performance in the warehouse. It was always going to be somewhat risky to engage and draw away Morris all on your own. You're only a civilian and have never been trained to act in such a dangerous situation.
Don't say it like that. As the director's assistant, it was my duty to help out the crew however I could. It was an honor to help you solve the case.
It might have been better if they kind of like filled her in a little bit more, considering she seemed so confused when they with the whole thing of Morse being, you know, accused and stuff like that. But
I have to admit, though, my heart was thumping super hard the entire time it was laying on the ground. I was scared that everyone would notice.
You did great.
Oh, and before I forget, if you ever visit Inazuma, please come and pay a visit to Naganohara Fireworks. I'll make some fireworks for you. I even know what shape I'd make.
I'm guessing a musket.
Telling you now would ruin the surprise. If you really want to see it, just come and visit me.
that'll be interesting if we start seeing the Fontaine characters coming to Inazuma.
Lady Farina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you. I would also love to get your autograph, just as a memento of our time together on the crew.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
It's kind of funny. Reminds me. I remember one time going to a what was it? It's called like Little Miss Independence show. It was basically a Little Miss pageant, but for 4th of July. And they were like all little girls. They were like under 10 years old or whatever. And they were you know, got dressed up in cute dresses and did it what you call it, talents and things like that. And then the idea was that the winner would basically have to be in parades and stuff like that. You know, so it was not too big thing. Well, the girl who won went and they started taking her picture and everything. So of course everybody's like, oh my gosh, she won, and pictures and stuff like that. After about like 5 minutes, she said, okay, no more pictures. And I thought to myself, this poor girl, she does not know that she's gonna get pictures taken of her, and she's gonna have to go through like parades and all these appearances and stuff like that for the next whole year until they pick a new one. It's like, if she's fed up with this now, she's going to have to you know, realize, make a realization here.
But Lady Farina, you are the best director I've ever met. The most photogenic maiden in all of Fontaine. This kind of lively and celebratory setting is exactly where you shine. I believe all photographers would agree.
Oh no.
Come, the brightest star of our land. Show us your light. The camera is waiting to sing praises of your beauty.
I find this funny because he's saying that, and this guy's like scratching the back of his head, and this lady over here is like face palming, like, holy cow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. But this is good though, because it shows that even though Farina has been putting herself down quite a bit, in that, oh, she's not important anymore, and she really shouldn't talk to Nivilat or Claran because, oh, they don't work together anymore. Why would they care about me? Well, meanwhile, the two of them are like, we care about you. What are you talking about? You know?
Well, I'm flattered, all right. I'll humor you and try a few more different poses. But I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course, you may pose however you like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now.
He's getting so overwhelmed. Poster that. Where's everybody? Or if there's anybody else. I know as soon as I leave this area, all of the playable characters will probably disappear. I guess they are the only two that are hanging. Two groups are hanging. So that was fun. I thought that was cool. Very, twists and turns and what do they call that? Twist ending. Although I kind of had a feeling as soon as Morris showed up and he seemed kind of shifty, I was like, All right, so I believe most of the I forgot that one's the yeah. This one is the only one that's actually at the venue. The others you have to kind of warp around the rest of Fontaine to do. But I think most of them should be unlocked now. Oh, never mind. It made me a liar. Yeah, not yet unlocked at 12 hours, but that's okay. We can do these and then catch up with all that because on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day I didn't do any of it because I was busy. All opponents have at least 10 munitions remaining. At least have 20 munitions. Hi, Amelia. Sorry, I didn't see your chat. Thank you. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays to you too. And it's going okay. It's going okay. I kind of wore myself out from Christmas, so I'm doing kind of a quiet, not everything going type stream. As you can see, my model isn't moving. But also, thank you for the follow. Um, but we're just doing some of the event because I had to catch up a little bit because I didn't play for like 2 days. So, all right, let's do. So yes, I just shot the sleeping guy. Oops. Hate to be those guys. Hated. There we go. I like the mini games. As long as they're not all fighting games, um, because it makes it if they're not all fighting games, then they get a little bit more creative and things like that. So I'll have to put the two oh, what you would call it, two furnishings in my teapot. Once the lantern rite starts, I'll be switching over to my leeway teapot because I like switching over to the different um, teapot realms depending on what the main event for that patch is. And so, like for this one, I mean, we finally got the Fontaine teapot, so I've been decorating that one. But for um, next patch, it's gonna be in time for Lantern Rite, so it'll probably be jumping over to the Leeway patch, and then so on and so forth. That fighting one. I have to get 4,000 points for this one. Let's see. So Nivulette, Baizu, and where'd that come from? Hack of the out of position false images. Yeah, really, I don't care about like getting the highest points or anything. As long as I get enough points to get the rewards. That's all I care about. I know some people will like try to get like the highest and like monthly in damage and stuff like that, which is great for them, and I wish them all the best and everything, but I don't care about it, in the sense of for my own game. So, excuse me. It looks like tomorrow all of them will be unlocked and in filming. I will say a tip for this one. It's like you might want to end up doing the co-op one where you have to chase the little blubber beast balloons. Do that one like the last when you're doing like the daily event mini games, because that one will put you into co-op mode and then you have to manually remove yourself from co-op mode, because when you are already in co-op mode it won't let you go play the game or the other games. Just that super invincible duct tape. Yeah. this one. It's like, do this one last. It's kind of a shame that we didn't get to see the whole film, you know, but I guess we kind of saw it. A fireworks merchant arriving in Fontaine, played by Yomiya, and her client, played by, how you say that name, have arranged to meet at Hotel de Boer to discuss the sale. After carefully checking the samples, the client acknowledges the quality of the fireworks and a deal is struck. See. Curious merchant. Sorry, the quality of these clothing samples does not meet the requirement of our Merchants Association. Like, she's not selling clothes. What are you talking about? Waiter! Real identity of the mysterious merchant. Show off their demeanor. Displays the products. Gotta be able to see the products for that one. I like those. I think they're kind of they're fun. They're very simple, but they're cute. Yeah, it's nice too that it's like, even if you end up not being able to do it, or even if you end up doing it poorly, like for example, you just didn't do it right, or maybe you're on mobile and you can't click the buttons or something like that, you still can get the Primo Gems. I remember they had an event the other day, or not the other day, like a long time ago, where it was about using alchemy potions, and they made it kind of hard, and I think a lot of people sort of complained because they made it hard, and they also kind of semi-locked the Primo Gems behind that difficulty, and people just started giving up. I gave up. I was just like, I have level 90 characters with 8 level talents, and it's like, it shouldn't be this hard. So they kind of toned it back a little bit, I think. Which is good, because I think Genshin is definitely more of a, if you were to compare it to like Honkai or Star Rail, Genshin is definitely more of a relaxed type of game. Like people should be able to, to play it without stressing out over I can't get that, that was a weird clunky sound. Um People should be able to play it without over stressing on the matter. So I guess it's like one of those things that you have this balance you need to find where the game can't be too easy because then it'll just be boring for everybody, but it can't be too hard because if it is then it gets super stressful. I know on let's see, what was it? I played Jack 2 a long time ago and they had one mission you were supposed to do that was called uh, destroy 5 Hellcat cruisers. Okay, that was the name of the thing. My brother and I called it destroy 5 Hellcat cruisers, and the thing was so difficult because it was timed and they just didn't give you enough time, and we tried it over and over and over again, and I was like I would get hot and I would just be like I can't get it, why can't I get it? And finally I managed to like move the car I was using to get near the Hellcat cruiser and managed to, defeat it or whatever. And after I was so relieved, I was like, finally, it's over. I managed it, huzzah! And then after that, after I kind of like found out the quote unquote trick of it, I was like, oh, this isn't hard at all. I was able to do it again and again, and I was like, oh, but it took so many tries, and it was very frustrating. 15. Woohoo. Let's see. The or Navia, so we'll take those right now. Alright, so let's do this one. I'll pick Farina for this. I usually use Baizu for this, but I'll try for. This is basically being handled the same way the oh, what you call it? Um the hide and seek game. I don't remember what it's called right now. Hmm. Nope, mine is the green zone. Of course, I get the green zone right when the one time I'm not using Baizu. Oh, no, no, ah! Win. Either way. Because this game, it's very easy to accidentally get them into somebody else's goal. Ah! Nope. Ah. She got quite a few points. That's okay. I still got 1,000 points though.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Gosh. That's the one thing about Farina. Your character, she stays still for like, 3 seconds, and she's like, boring. It's like, holy cash, I'm catching my breath, lady. Calm down. Anyway, it's oh gosh, what's that called? Hmm. It's a hide and seek game where you have the rebels and the nobles after each other. It's one of those things where you have the name in your head for so long, and then suddenly you just like you try to recall it, and you're like, I do not remember. It's like Lantern Right, but it's not that. It's hmm. We get this little cute little lower beast furnishing. Stabilization mech. Witty please. That's cute. Yeah, I know it's one of the interesting things about with Verena. Talks about how she loves animals, but she has kind of like a cute aggression thing going on, and she gets a little rough with them because she gets so excited, and so a lot of animals don't want to hang around with her, except the blower beasts. The blower beasts are like, yeah, we don't care, we're fine, and so she basically just like squeezes them and hugs them and just giggles and stuff, and they're just like, all right. Brown, got that. Yeah.
Tea parties are.
I actually haven't put this sword on anyone. I was originally gonna put it on Navia, but I looked up to see if this weapon was actually good on her, and they were like, "Oh no, these other ones are better." So I have this one on her instead. The
For the well-mannered. If
we
you'd like to
go.
learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Oh, I forgot I was gonna buy some stuff. And shop. Oh. What's a nice thing too is with the events is if you do um all the mini games and you finish them up and everything, you will be able to buy everything from the shop, you know. I run into some gotcha games where you have to like grind for like way more time than you actually have, you know, and then even then you still can't buy everything from the shop. Being able to buy it all is kind of like, oh, this is very fulfilling. I managed to get all the gifts stuff. So did I do all the test runs? I don't. No, I didn't. It's not gonna be. They're not gonna change until like 4 days from now. So this furnishing out was really cool. I put it in my leeway teapot. I got a nice little garden-ish kind of thing around it, and then next besides him is the Goba statue. So got the new cards and things. All right, let's go over to the teapot. I want to put the picture. I can show you guys what I did with my teapot too. I've been working on doing the sets, because I like to have all the sets down in my teapot somewhere, since whenever a new character for that region comes out, you can just kind of put them down there and they'll run around and be like, "Oh, I like this one. Here's 20 Primo Gems," you know, and such. The door. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't gotten enough any more Fontaine trees. That we've only gotten these. I keep checking the shop after every new patch, and they're just like, "Oh, here's more bushes," which is perfectly okay. But I'm kind of like, there's a lot of trees in Fontaine that are very unique. Here, decorate it up a little bit. Fill out this area. I don't. But maybe I want to put those in the fountain. But that side looks a little full too. Oh, I got so distracted with decorating. It's very pretty. Yeah, I really enjoy playing with the teapot. It kind of has a sort of Sims, Animal Crossing type of uh type of feel, and you get to be creative and everything. But like I said, I like putting down the different sets because then whenever a new Fontaine character comes out, I can just put them down in the teapot and they'll go over to the different sets they like and be like, "Oh, I love this so much. Here's your 20 Primo Gems." And it saves the effort instead of, "Oh, I decorated this whole place up and it's so beautiful, but now I have to destroy part of my creativity because I need to put this set down." It also works out too because even when we leave regions, you usually will come along and they'll put in other they'll go and they'll put in other characters for that region. For example, like, we had Mondstadt we start off with, and there was a lot of Mondstadt characters. But then after like a few months, they put in Eula, and then after like a year later, they put in Mika, or like just recently, they put in Kirara, right? Even though we hadn't been to Inazuma for a while. But where like that. I think I'll put the one's more of a mod. Put Fontaine. Ooh, wow, that's big. That's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. This then. I have Ito there because we don't have any Fontaine hangout events yet. But I like that. I think that's cute. It's kind of interesting too. I've noticed in like a lot of the events lately that the traveler is like helping, but they're not like the main focus of it anymore. Like before it would be, oh, the traveler is the star of the show, or the traveler is the big fighter in the ring, or the big, you know, um the winner of the tournament or whatever. But lately we've been running into things like them actively not letting the traveler participate in that way because they know the traveler would just win and it wouldn't be fair to all the other NPCs. Like they had one like that with the what was it? They had the Fortress of Meripede, and there was one, I think it was like part of the Archon quest, and then it was like a world quest, I think. But basically, what happened was we got to the Fortress of Meripede, and they started talking about the pancreation ring, pancreation, whatever ring, and they started talking about it, and then they said, "Oh, the traveler isn't allowed to compete." Because they're like talking about like, oh, you can blow off steam there and stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, the traveler's not allowed to compete. And it's like, well, why not? Like, it's because you're too strong. You would end up seriously injuring someone, so we basically don't trust you to be in there. Slash, if you were part of the tournament, you would win hands down, and it would hurt morale. It's like, well, thanks. And so you end up, and so for the world quest and stuff, you end up being a, what you would call it? You end up being a coach to of the other characters. One who basically was using an alchemist model where he would throw potions, and then another one using a axe wielding eremite structure, I guess you could think. That or not model, but like it, I guess. And you were able to help them win the tournament. And you still end up getting the benefits of it and everything, but but you still weren't allowed to participate. And like this one, you're not the star of the show or anything. You don't play an actual part in the movie alongside with Ayaka and Chevros. You are the cameraman, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know some people get tired when the main character, or when the playable character is constantly in the limelight and everything. But I guess I'll give you guys a quick tour of the teapot um, before I get off. I have to go make dinner, but basically just taking a look at the inside. So far, we have Fremine set over here, so this little work area. I kind of wanted to put this upstairs, you know, up on the balcony there. But unfortunately, when you put down a set, you have to have the set already fit, so you can put it down and then you can move everything to the way you want it to be. And the problem is that I couldn't actually put the set down. It kept running. It kept saying like, "Oh, you're the it's not on the ground, or it's bisecting a wall. You can't put it there." So I put that here. I kind of want to put the office that Risley likes over here in kind of a library type of way. And then we have the stage here. So pretty. Over here, we have the bedroom. This is one of the bedrooms. I just kind of decorated it. I like having a bedroom for the traveler and everything, and I put some stuff in there, and or like little decorations and things we've gotten over our trips and stuff. We got a kitty couch, which technically is Mondstadt, but hey, it's a cute couch. It also fits with the color scheme. So we have that, and then if we go back here, in case you're wondering where those walls come from, these are actually the back sides of bookshelves. When I was decorating my Sumeru teapot, I found that I was like, what do I do with this main room? It's too big. And so someone had actually used bookshelves to make fake walls, and it helped kind of give a background to certain things, and also made the space feel a little bit more cozy instead of so huge. I might put a few more like along this wall and the other wall, to kind of close it in maybe a bit more. But right now I just kind of wanted a somewhat of a background for the stage. So you have that. Over here we end up having the dining room area. Here, Farina hangs out here for snacks. And originally I also kind of wanted to put like a little kitchen area over here, but the room is so small compared to how big the dining room is, and we technically don't have an indoor stove for Fontaine. We have one, but it's an outdoor one only, and I have it on the porch, and so I figured, why bother putting another one in there? So we have that. Over here we end up having Nivulet's office. He gets to hang here. Again, I'll fill those pictures up with whenever we get, Fontaine hangouts, which will take probably a little while. But he has this nice little office here. And then if we go upstairs isn't as decorated yet. I'm still working on it. I'm going to put just kind of some, not random things, but just decorate this area a little bit, because like I said, none of the sets are condensed enough for me to actually fit them here and then move them around to fit them in the crevices. So that will be the thing. This room I'm kind of saving for whatever indoor set Pantalone likes. Hopefully he actually likes one, because I want to have him and Baizu in my teapots, because I like their designs. Don't know if Pantalone is going to become playable. Hopefully he is, but we'll have to see. And then over here on the other side, we end up having Baizu's room, because I'm a Baizu main, so he gets to hang out here. This set is actually one of the ones he likes, you can see. And then I added the bed and so on. So it kind of makes him like a little bedroom clinic-y area. So you got that. Then if we go down here and go outside, I'm still working on the outside a little bit. I haven't done all the sets yet. I still have to do the other city set. Excuse me, I just bit into a cookie. But actually, I'll just do this to make it easier. So we have this set here. I put these nice houses. It's kind of interesting. This set is one of the gift sets. Here, but it doesn't have anyone attached to it yet. And so I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, who are they going to attach to this set? What character is going to like this set? And who are they? It would be really funny if it was like Arslenio or something. You know, like she's just like, I just want to retire to the country or something. It'd be kind of funny considering how dark colored theme she is. I mean, we don't even know if she's gonna become playable, but she's got a unique model and a vision, so hopefully. Also, she's just really cool looking. But we have this island. Next, we have the city. I haven't done the other city set yet, but I plan on like putting it here, kind of spreading it all across the road. Charlotte's also over here. I made this little area. I plan on putting a few more tables and stuff once I finish with all the sets. And but she gets to hang out here. She has a little voice thing about, you know, how this reminds her of being a newbie and stuff. Oh, actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Anyway, so she has a line about, you know, being a rookie reporter, and this reminds her of that time. So I was like, okay, you get to stand right there. And then, but she has that. This one is for the Merosi village. Um, I don't know if we're gonna get any more Fontaine sets, so I might just decorate the rest of it with like random houses and stuff. But I put Fremine in there with a little Selksy penguin. I thought that was cute. And then this one is kind of like the Poisson with the ring and things. Because they kind of have a similar color scheme. And also this is the only Fortress of Meripede set we have, other than I guess Risley's office. So you got that. I managed to put Navia up here on a little floating platform. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, there you go. Right, so I put her on this rock and then lowered the rock into the ship area so she could kind of stand there. So you can climb up and go talk to her and everything. So it's kind of neat. I'm working on it. It's not done yet, as I mentioned, but we're getting there. I've been farming iron ore like crazy, trying to get everything done. Because like I said, Lantern Rite is going to be coming up probably in the next patch, because that's when Chinese New Year is, and I'll be wanting to jump over to my Leeway teapot for that, and so we'll be leaving the Fontaine teapot for a little while until I guess we come back later. But there you go. Alrighty. I like how you get to sit in Honkai Star Rail. You don't get to sit anywhere. Even in the train, there's no sitting option on the seats, and I'm like, please just let us sit down. I want to sit. But anyway, it's just so beautiful. Thing. But all right. So I am going to, I think, wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, hi Shu. Hi. Gonna wrap it up here. And I will see you guys again later. Okay. See you later. Bye.